Welcome to another gameplay video for On Deck Baseball. Today we're going to be featuring another game in the Continental Baseball Alliance, or the CBA, which is the league that I've started with the game. We've played a couple of games already, a couple of exciting games, and today we are going to feature the Knights, who are 13-11, against the Comets, who are 12-12. For the starting pitchers, the Knights are going to send Morgan Young to the mound. He is actually 2-0 with a 1.63 ERA in 4 games started, 18 strikeouts against 5 walks. And the Comets are going to be sending Billy Taylor to the mound, who is 2-1 with a 1.45 ERA, 17 Ks against 9 walks. Both pretty decent pitchers. You'll see that their numbers are pretty average to above average against the batters, a -4 against left-handed batters and a -3 against right-handed batters for Morgan Young. And the opposite, actually, for Billy Taylor, -3 against left-handed batters and a -4 against right-handed batters. So as we take a look at the lineups, for the Knights, they have their standard lineup. Nobody was forced out to rest. They are missing actually one player, Lyle Good, who's on the IL. He only has one more day left on the IL. He will come back, and I think he comes back not 100%, but he will be able to play. For the Comets, they are sending their regular lineup to the game today. However, they lost their starting first baseman at the very beginning of the season for the season entirely. So when I say it's their regular lineup, it's what they've had to send to the table, given that they have lost their starting lineup, or their starting first baseman for the season. So I'm going to go ahead and move the books up. We're going to go ahead and get started. Again, it's the Knights versus the Comets. Billy Taylor against Morgan Young. The Knights are the visiting team, and we're going to start things off with Tommy Alcova. Alcova is a .295 hitter. He's got 5 stolen bases, and he's scored 14 runs so far on the season. And against a right-handed pitcher, he's a 3 against a -4, so it's a -1 on the confrontation roll. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 5-3 is going to be a flyout, so the first batter will fly out to left field. George Gabriel is up. Gabriel, an RBI man. He's got 16 RBIs on the season. He's batting .306 so far for the year. He is a 3 against righties as well, so it's a -1 on the confrontation roll. That's going to bring it down to a 6 for a batter's card. And a 10-5. And a walk. So we have our first base runner of the game on a walk to Gabriel. Richard Callahan is up. It's a 4 against a -4, so it's equal on the roll. That is going to be a batter's card for the number 3 hitter. 6-2 is going to be a ground out, so we do have a chance at a double play here early on. Ground out is going to go to the third baseman. Third baseman's defense is a 4. The fielding is a 4 against Gabriel, and he has only a 10% chance of beating it out to second. That would be a 6. He does not get it, so it's a 5-4, and the second baseman's fielding is a 5 on a slow Callahan. He needs a 1 to beat it out at first. He does not get it. The exact opposite, actually, and it's a 5-4-3 double play to end the inning. All right, now coming up for the Comets, we have Mike Oak. Oak is a 200 hitter, not starting off the season very well. He does have 9 stolen bases with 12 runs scored. It's going to be a -1 on the roll. It's going to be a pitcher's card. 10-1 is a flyout to center field. Tim Gibson now up. Gibson has 1 home run on the year. It's going to be +1 on the roll. It's going to be a pitcher's card. 4-2 is a possible situation. We'll have to get the book here on this situation. I'll go ahead and roll. It's a red 4, blue 2. That's on the left fielder. We'll roll one more die and see what the outcome is. 3 looks like a possible injury, and that's going to be to Joe Garland, their cleanup hitter for the Knights. Batter hits pop fly into left field. Both left field and shortstop give chase. Lack of communication causes the fielders to collide. Ball drops in for a single. All runners advance one base. Left fielder leaves game with a grade 3 contusion of the right forearm. So that is not good news for the Knights. We're going to go ahead and take out Garland. He's going to have to come out of the game, but there is a chance he may not be injured. It is a check arms -3. He is a 2, so it's a -1 on a confrontation roll. And that is pure luck right there. He gets a 6. He is not going to sustain a big injury. So he will not lose time. However, he is out of this game. We'll go ahead and see who we can put in here. Sliding into the cleanup spot of the lineup for the Knights. And it looks like it's going to be Martin Figueroa. Left field is his secondary position, so he's going to go in to play the position at a deficit on his fielding ability. He's a right-handed batter. That's 3-3. -1. A little better runner, but certainly not as good a hitter as Garland. They're going to be missing that pop for this game. Alright, so it did fall in for a base hit, so Gibson reaches on the base hit. And I'll bring up Clayton Bernard. Bernard is a lefty, so it's a lefty versus lefty, a -2. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 3-1 is a ground out, so we have another possible double play here. Ground out, ground ball goes to the catcher. Catcher's going to go over to the first base, and Gibson will reach second. That brings up Logan Bennett, cleanup hitter for the Comets. He's got 5 home runs and 21 RBIs in just 24 games, so he's definitely been the big contributor on offense for the Comets. So lefty versus lefty, -2 on a confrontation roll. That is a batter's card. A 5-4 is a pop out to the shortstop. That'll do it for the bottom of the first for the Comets. And I'll bring up Martin Figueroa, who just entered the game due to the injury to Joe Garland. He is a righty, so it's righty versus righty, -1. That's going to be a batter's card for Figueroa. 8-9. And we have a base hit. So Figueroa comes into the game and gets a base hit. First base hit for the Knights. That's going to bring up Valenzuela. Valenzuela, a 284 hitter. He has a home run on a season and 11 RBIs. So -1 on a confrontation roll. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 10-3 is a ground out. Another possible double play early on here to the pitcher. Pitcher's defense is a -2. We're going to go over to Figueroa. And he has a 30% chance of beating it to second base, a 6, and he does. So a bad turn by the pitcher allows Figueroa to reach second. It goes to the second baseman, who's covering and is a 5. And Valenzuela is out. So it's a 1-4-3. Depending on how you want to score that, you could do a 1-3, but the right base runner will advance. The hitter is out at first for the first out. Cheney is up. It's going to be an equal on the pitcher confrontation. That's going to be a batter's card for Cheney. A 6-2 is a fly out. Fly out to center field for the second out of the top of the first. I'll bring up Torres. It's going to be a -2 on the roll for Torres. That's going to be a batter's card. 7-1 is a ground out on the batter's card. See where that ground out goes. And it goes to third base. So 5-3 will end the top of the second. Bringing up Antonio Reyna, the catcher for the Comets. It's lefty versus lefty. Equal. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 8-1 is a flyout. 5 is fly out to right field. And I'll bring up the rookie Jeremy Reed. Another lefty versus lefty situation here, a -1 on the roll. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 6-6 is a flyout. And that one will go to left. So 2 flyouts, I mean 2 outs in the bottom of the second. Bringing up Jeff Moser, the shortstop, slick fielding shortstop. Not much of a hitter here though. It's going to be equal on the pitcher's confrontation roll. It is a pitcher's card. And 10-2 is a line out. So Moser will line out for the last out of the inning, right back to the pitcher. And now we'll bring up the top of the third for the Knights. John Rowe, defensive heavy shortstop for the Knights, is up. That's going to be equal on a confrontation roll. That's going to be a batter's card. And a 9-2 is going to be a ground out to the shortstop. So he grounds out to his counterpart, Moser, over on the Comets defense. And David Tucker playing in for the injured Lyle Good. He is a switch hitter, so it's going to be equal on a confrontation roll. A pitcher's card. 6-5 is a pop out. Pop out to center. So 2 away. In the top of the third, that'll bring up Tommy Alcova, the leadoff man for the Knights. -1 on a pitcher's confrontation. It is a batter's card. 9-2 is a flyout. So the Knights still can't get much going here. Flyout goes to right field. And now end the top of the third. Comets will bring up Mike Hines, third baseman. It's lefty versus lefty here, -2. It's going to be a pitcher's card. 4-2 is another possible situation. Let's see where this gets us. It's a blue 8 and a red 4. And this time on the first baseman. Not very usual that you get 2 of them in one game. Hopefully the Knights can get out of this one unscathed. It is a 2. Does not look like it. First baseman chases foul pop fly into foul territory down the first base line and dives near the fence. If first baseman's defensive rating plus a roll is less than 7, the batter is out on a PO to 3. So the first baseman is Callahan. It's a -2 on defense. So it's a roll -2, which gives us a 0. So the batter is out on a pop out to first. First baseman crashes into the fence on the play and suffers bruised ribs on the play. So we're going to have to roll on him now. It's a durability check of a -2. Callahan's durability is a 3, so it's a +1 on the roll. And he's not injured either, but does need to come out of the game. So again, we're going to go back to the bench for the Knights and put in now a first baseman, which looks like backup catcher Feliz is the only backup they have not in the lineup. So we'll go ahead and put him in. He's a switch hitter, 3-4. His defense is going to be a secondary position, which is a 2. All right. So with 1 out in the bottom of the third, let me just put Callahan in here. Already early on, the Knights have lost 2 players, but not to sustained injuries. They'll be back for the next game. And that will bring up Julio Noriega, the number 9 hitter for the Comets. He is a righty. It's going to be equal on the roll. That's a pitcher's card. And 9-7 is a base hit. So the second hit of the game for the Comets goes to Noriega, who does have some speed. The catcher's arm is only a 2 here. The jump is a 4 for Noriega. Against hold runners is a 4, so there's no chance really of being picked off here. We're going to go ahead and see if we get the steal. We do not get the steal, so he doesn't get a chance to try it out. That will bring up Mike Oak, the leadoff man, with a man on first and only 1 out. It's going to be a -1. That's going to be a batter's card on Oak. 6-2 is a fly out. Runner will not advance to fly out to center field. We're looking at a +1 on a confrontation roll for Tim Gibson. That is going to be a pitcher's card. 7-6 is a fly out. So Gibson will fly out to center field as well. That will end the bottom of the 8th. No runs, 1 hit, but they do knock out another player for the Knights. And that will bring up George Gabriel, who walked his first at-bat. And we have a righty versus righty here. It's going to be a -1 on the roll. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 5-4 is a ground out. 5, third baseman, 5-3. Jose Feliz, who replaced Callahan after the injury, is up. He is a switch hitter, so it's going to be a +1. That's just going to be a pitcher's card. 6-1 is a flyout. To right. Figueroa, who replaced Garland, is now up. It's a -1 on a confrontation roll. He did get a base hit his first at-bat. It is a pitcher's card. And 8-2 is a ground out. Back to the pitcher, 1-3. Now we do have consecutive 1-2-3 innings here. So we get the roll and a happy face poise for Billy Taylor, which is good because his stamina is only a 4, so we'd end up having a roll on him next inning. And we get the roll in this chart right here. And a 9 is a +1, so he gets to add to his attributes a little bit. I always like to make my marks at the top of the score sheet there. And now Morgan Young will take the mound against Clayton Bernard. So lefty versus lefty, -2. That is a pitcher's card. 4-3 is a possible error on a base hit. Let's see where that base hit goes. That base hit goes to center. So we're going to go ahead and roll on Tucker's chart for errors. His outfield is a primary position, so we're going to be rolling on this chart right here. 1 die. 8 is a 1 base error. So Bernard gets the base hit. He advances to second on an E8. Go ahead and slide Tucker back in. So we got man on second with nobody out. Logan Bennett coming up. The lefty versus lefty, -2 on the roll. That's going to be a batter's card. And Bennett flies out to right field. So nothing going there for Bennett. That'll bring up the catcher, Antonio Reyna. Is equal on a confrontation roll. That is a batter's card. See if he could drive in the run. 6-5 is a line out. He won't get the job done either. It's a line out to second base, and that'll bring up rookie Jeremy Reed, who flew out to left in his first at-bat. It's a -1 on the roll. That is a batter's card. And a 6-4 is another line out. So Morgan Young gets out of the inning with a line out, two consecutive line outs to the second baseman after he gives up a base hit and a runner advanced on the error. So that will bring up Ruben Valenzuela, the catcher for the Knights. We do need to roll on Billy Taylor since he does have only a stamina of 4. This is going into the 5th inning, and we'll roll on that 1 inning. And it is a 3, which is no change. So he's coming in, retaining his +1 on his attributes. So now he's a -5, a -4, -5 against lefty and right-handed batters. So he's going to be a -2 on this roll. A pitcher's card. 8-6 is a base hit for Valenzuela. So a leadoff base hit, bringing up Ed Cheney, the designated hitter. It's going to be -1 on the roll. It's going to be a pitcher's card. And 10-10, a -5 possibility for a home run. Billy Taylor does not give up many. So it's a -5 against the power rating for Cheney, which is a 3, so it's a -2 on the roll. This is for a 2-run lead, and he does not get it. Instead, it will be a fly out to right field. Now I'll bring up Alberto Torres, the third baseman for the Knights. It's going to be a -3 on the roll. That'll be a pitcher's card. 8-4 is going to be a ground out. Another possible double play here. And the ground out goes to the third baseman, who is a 4 on Valenzuela. He is already out. So it's a 5-4. The second baseman is a 5 on Torres. That's not going to leave him much chance. It's a 1 or a 6 is safe. And it's a 1. He actually beats it out. So it'll be a fielder's choice 5-4. There's a man on first with 2 outs and John Rowe up. That's going to be a -1 on a confrontation roll. That'll be a batter's card. Can John Rowe get it done? 9-10. Let's see. 9-10. Oh, so close to a home run. That's going to be a base hit. Now, with there being 2 outs and the same speed on first, Torres will reach third, but he will not get the wave to try to score. That will bring up Tucker. There's a switch hitter. It's now -1 on the roll. That is going to be a batter's card. Can Tucker drive in the run? 4-3 does not look very likely. He pops out. And the pop out goes to second base. So after a couple of hits, and the fielder's choice, the Knights can't get any runs in. And now I'll bring up the Comets in the bottom of the 5th. Morgan Young, stamina 4. He has already pitched 4 innings. We're going to have to roll on his fatigue chart. And he gets a no change also. And coming up, Jeff Moser for the Comets. That will be a equal on a confrontation roll. That'll be a pitcher's card. 4-1 is a ground out to the catcher, slow roller, and Valenzuela tosses it over first for the first out. Mike Hines coming up. It is -2 on the roll. Pitcher's card. 10-4 is a line out. Line out to 9. Let's see, that is the first baseman. And now bring up Noriega, who is equal on a confrontation roll. Batter's card here. 7-6 and a ground out. So both pitchers pitching very well through the first 5 innings. That ground out goes to second base as we are tied up 0-0 through 5. I'll bring up the Knights and leadoff man Tommy Alcova. We now have to roll on Billy Taylor on his second inning past his stamina of 4. And it's a 1, it's no change, so he continues to pitch above his abilities here. And Alcova will now be a -2 on a confrontation roll. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 7-4 is a ground out to third base, 5-3. Gabriel now coming up. It's going to be a -2 on a confrontation roll for Gabriel. That'll be a pitcher's card. 5-5 is a line out. Right back to the pitcher. And Jose Feliz, who entered the game due to the injury to Callahan, is up again. And it will be equal on a confrontation roll here. That is going to be a batter's card. 7-5 for Feliz is a flyout. Couldn't squeeze in that. And that fly out goes to center. So 1, 2, 3 inning there in the 6th, the top of the 6th. I'll bring up the leadoff man for the Comets, and we have to roll in Morgan Young. He's pitching pretty well, so I will take the second column at a chance here. -1 after rolling a 5. So this could be a chance for the Comets to get some runs here. Again, I do like to mark it on the score sheet. And he will now be equal on the confrontation roll for Oak. It's going to be a pitcher's card. 5-1 is a K. That is his first strikeout of the game. Tim Gibson now coming up. He is a righty also. So it'll be +2 on the roll here now. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 3-3 and another strikeout. So he doesn't strike out anybody all game and then strikes out 2 in a row. Bringing up Clayton Bernard with 2 outs. A lefty here, it's going to be -1 on the roll. Another pitcher's card. Well, he strike out the side. Does not look that way. It's going to be a ground out to second base, 4-3. Alright, so now do I take the hit on Fatigue? This is going to be his 3rd inning passed. That's not very good chances there. He is pitching pretty good, but he's going to go into the book needing a lot of rest. I think I'm going to go ahead and take out Billy Taylor after 6 strong innings. And let's see who we have to bring in here. Going to need somebody a little bit long reliever. They do have Prosser. I don't know if he's rested. Price. Yeah, they do have Prosser available. So with it being a tie score, I will bring him in. And that will bring up Figueroa, the other player who entered the game due to a short injury to Garland. And it is equal on the confrontation roll. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 8-9 is a base hit for Figueroa. So he's 2 for 3 after coming into the game due to injury. Bringing up Ruben Valenzuela. And that will be a +2 now on the roll for Valenzuela. That's going to be a clear batter's card. Can he get the first run across the plate here? 6-3. And no, it's going to be a fly out to left field. Figueroa stays at first. And now I'll bring up Ed Cheney. -2 on the roll. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 6-1 is a fly out to left as well. Albert Torres now coming up. He is equal on the roll. That's going to be a pitcher's card. And 9-7 is a walk. So Torres will draw the walk. Bringing up John Rowe, who's 1 for 2 in the game. And he is equal on the confrontation roll here. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 2-1, that doesn't sound good, and that is a strikeout. That'll end the threat and the inning. And we will go into the bottom of the 7th. And we have the same situation here with the pitcher. I'm going to have to take Morgan Young out after 6 strong innings as well. Knights do have better starters, but can't afford the fatigue levels there. Let's see, do we have Maddox available? We do have Maddox available, so Ken Maddox will be coming into the game for the Knights, trying to preserve the score, which is all tied up at 0 at the moment. And I'll bring up Logan Bennett, the cleanup man for the Comets. And he is a lefty, so it's a +1 on a roll here. And we get a batter's card. 8-2. And he walks. So we do have the leadoff man up on first base with nobody out. Antonio Rena up. It is a +1 on a roll. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 6-5 is a pop out to nobody advancing. on the out here. Pop out to right field. One away, man still on first. And the rookie Jeremy Reed up. It will be a -1 on the roll. That's going to be a batter's card. 9-1 is a flyout to center field. Jeff Moser is coming up. It is a -2 on the roll. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 10-2 is a ground out. That will end the inning. And a ground out to the catcher, so 2-3. And now we'll bring up the top of the 8th. Prosser is still good to go. Bringing up the 9th batter for the Knights, David Tucker. Lots of speed, so if he gets on, it could spell trouble. But he's not the greatest hitter, so it will take a little something for him to get in. -3 against a 1. So it's a -2. And that's a pitcher's card. 7-4 is a ground out. Tucker does not get on. Instead, he grounds out to the pitcher 1-3. I'll bring up Tommy Alcova, leadoff man for the Knights. He's 0 for 3 so far in the game. It's going to be equal on the roll. It's going to be a pitcher's card. 10-1 is a line out to shortstop. George Gabriel now coming up. Not much offense in this one. It's a +1 on a roll. It's going to be a batter's card. 4-1 is a strikeout. So 1-2-3 in there. And I'll bring up the bottom of the 8th with Mike Hines coming up for the Comets. It's going to be equal on the roll. Pitcher's card. 8-3 is a walk. So again, the leadoff man gets on, but that hasn't spelled much runs for the Comets in this one. Julio Noriega coming up, righty versus righty. It's a -2 on the roll. That's going to be a batter's card. 9-6 is a base hit. Hines will stay at second, but we have 2 on with nobody out. Can the Comets get somebody across? We have a -1 on the roll here. That's going to be a batter's card for Mike Oak. 5-2 is a flyout to center field. Tim Gibson coming up, -1 on the roll here. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 10-9 is a possible home run, a -2 on him. Tim Gibson is a 3 on power, so it's a +1 for Tim Gibson on a possible home run. And he gets a 9, so +1 is 10. Tim Gibson rips a 3-run shot to give the Comets the lead. 3 RBIs. Hines and Noriega will both cross the plate. And immediately, well, not immediately, but we'll have to roll on Maddox's poise chart, see if he's rattled by that pitch he just gave up. He is not. It's a 0, no change on Maddox. But the Comets do take the lead 3-0, bringing up Bernard, who is 1 for 3 in the game. It is equal on the roll. That is a pitcher's card. 2-1 is a K. And Logan Bennett, the big man, 0 for 2 with a walk. It is +1 on the roll. That is a pitcher's card. 2-1 is going to be a strikeout. But the Comets take the lead on a 3-run shot by Tim Gibson in the bottom of the 8th. And that will bring up the Knights in the bottom of the 9th. And looking like a save opportunity here. Let's see, Jensen was used last game. I think I will put him in now, because I will save Prosser on that 3-inning fatigue point. So Jensen comes in not fully rested, but it doesn't affect his ratings that much where I think it's going to be an issue, especially since he's coming in against the first two players that went out due to injury. So he won't be coming up against the cream of the crop for the lineup of the Knights. So that'll bring up Jose Feliz in the bottom of the ninth for the Knights. It is switch hitter versus righty, so it's going to be a +1. Sorry, it's a +2 since he's a -1 coming in not fully rested. It is going to be a batter's card for Feliz. He's 6'5", is a walk, so Feliz draws the walk against Jensen. That'll bring up Figueroa, who's a righty. It's going to be equal on the roll. That is a pitcher's card. 8-6 is a base hit, so it looks like Jensen is going to make things interesting here. 2 on already with nobody out. -1 on the roll for Valenzuela. Actually, that would have been equal, which would have been a pitcher's card anyway. 9-4 is a pop out, so Valenzuela pops out to the catcher. So Reyna gets hold of the ball, and we still have 2 on with only 1 out. Cheney up to the plate, -2 against a 3, so it's a +1 on the roll. That is a batter's card for Cheney. 10-9. Oh, if it was the other way around. 10-9 is a double. So Cheney gets a double. That's going to score Feliz. And Figueroa will remain at third, so a 1 RBI double. And now we have second and third with only 1 out. So Jensen making things interesting here. It's going to be a -3 on the roll against Torres. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 5-4 is a ground out to second base, so the runner will score on that. And the runner on second will advance to third. So it is now score 3-2 with 2 outs and John Rowe up. It's going to be +1 on the roll. That's going to be a batter's card. Can Rowe do it? 10-8 is a double. Wow. Rowe ties the score up with an RBI double in the top of the ninth. And we are all tied here 3-3. And David Tucker will come up. And we have to roll on Jensen, who has given up 3 runs. And it's a -1. Wow. Just goes to show you, probably shouldn't have brought him in. He is now -2 since he came into the game tired. And he is a 1-2 now. Wow. The +2 on confrontation roll. That is going to be a batter's card. 8-6 is a ground out, so he gets out of it. But he gives up the lead, and that ground out goes to shortstop. And we are all tied going into the bottom of the ninth. Maddox is still in, with Reyna coming up. And that is going to be a +1 on the roll. And that's going to be a batter's card for Antonio Reyna. And we're going to go ahead and roll and see what we can do here. Reyna, a 7-7 is a base hit. So he gets aboard. Nobody out. That'll bring up rookie Jeremy Reed. And it's a -1 on the pitcher's confrontation. That's going to be a batter's card. Got a 10-7 is a walk. So runners at first and second, nobody out. Jeff Moser coming up. Let's see, it's a -2 on the roll. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 10-1 is a fly out to left. Bring it up, Mike Hines. -1 on the pitcher's confrontation. And we get a batter's card for Mike Hines. Not much to go on there. A 9-7 is a base hit. So we got to check speeds here. Reyna is slow. There's only one out, so logjam creates a bases loaded situation here for the 9th hitter, Julio Noriega. It's a -2 on the pitcher's confrontation. We have a batter's card for Julio Noriega. All he needs is a base hit here to win the game for the Comets. And we have a 10-8. 10-8 is a base hit. Julio Noriega comes through in the clutch. Antonio Reyna will score. And that is all we need to worry about as the Comets win on a walk-off base hit game winner by Julio Noriega. I always like to put game-winning RBIs there. What a game. So not much going on through the first 7.5 innings. All the scoring coming in the 8th and 9th innings as the Comets defeat the Knights 4-3. And that will improve the Comets to a record of 13-12. The Knights will fall to 13-12. So they now have the same records in the leagues. Let's go ahead and take a look at our records here. The Knights will take the loss. And Comets, that'll be 13-12. I'll take care of our injuries here. While good. And he'll have 5 games where he's at a deficit. I don't believe the Comets have anybody that I have to worry about here. We'll go ahead and do our statistics here. Taylor gets a no decision. Prosser gets a no decision. Jensen also. No, Jensen will get the win after he gives up 3 runs for the Knights to tie. 6 innings for Taylor, 2 and 1 for Prosser and Jensen. 1, 2, 3. 3 hits for Taylor, 1 hit for Prosser, and 3 hits against Jensen. No runs until Jensen came in. Sorry, all earned, so 3 earned. 1 walk for Taylor, 1 walk for Prosser, and 1 walk for Jensen. For strikeouts, not a lot of strikeouts in this game on either side. We had 2 for Prosser, none for Jensen. 9, 18, 21 batters faced for Taylor, 8 for Prosser, and 7 for Jensen. No home runs given up. And on the Knights side, Young will get a no decision. Maddox is saddled with the loss. Young went 6 innings. Maddox went 2 1/3. 1, 2, 3. 3 hits given up by Young. And Maddox gives up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 runs for Maddox, none for Taylor. I'm sorry, for Young. As far as walks go, 0 and 3 for Maddox. 2 strikeouts for Young, 2 for Maddox. 9, 18, 21 total batters faced for Young, 15 for Maddox. The 1 home run to Gibson for Maddox, none for Young. Now as we go into our books here, I'm going to go ahead and put Jensen back. A lucky winner by Jensen, having tied that game after giving up 3 runs in the 9th. And Maddox the loser in this one. So this was the first game of the month of May for each of these teams. The Knights take the loss 4-3. And we're going to need a new fatigue and pitcher rest chart. First we'll mark off these guys. So each pitcher gets one off. Looks like Paul Bowen is back. And Young will get one for the appearance. He had one during the game, so that's a -2, and then 6 innings, which is -1 for every 3, so he'll go in as a -4. Maddox pitched only 2 innings, nothing during the game, even though he did get rocked, but he will go in at just a -1. For the Comets, they will get the victory 4-3, their first win of the month of May. And on their pitching side, mark one off for every pitcher that didn't pitch. Black is now back. Jensen gets one marked off, but he'll go in, needing some more rest. Not a very good outing for him. Taylor -1 for the appearance, but that gets knocked off because of the +1 that he got during the game. So it is going in as a -2 for Taylor. Prosser gets a -1 for the appearance, and Jensen, who went in tired with a -1, gets another -1 for the appearance and a -1 during the game. So not a great strategic move on my part bringing Jensen in. He now needs 3 days rest to be fully healthy. And that will do it for the Knights versus the Comets. Again, the Comets took the victory 4-3 here in the CBA. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe as much as you can. Everything helps, and as soon as I get 100 subscribers, I can start doing some live video feeds. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for checking out the game. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or comments, please leave it below. Thank you.